Hey guys, Tyler Millway here. Saint, scientist, musician, athlete, whatever. So, today I wanted to talk about improving your well being in general. Exercise, meditate, read, write, take care of your mind, do something that is intellectual, and then do physical feats. Learn how to articulate yourself, accumulate wisdom, and strive for hitting the target. There's a mark to hit, a high standard, a best place you could be, making progress. You want to be able to speak well, you want to be able to write, you want to be able to articulate yourself, make arguments. It'll make you dangerous. Do some lifting. Legs and chest give the most endorphins. So lifting also makes you feel tougher. It can improve your mental well-being, your mental health through endorphins. I do 100 squats and 50 push-ups for 5 sets for 500 squats and 250 push-ups as a standard mood booster. That'll just make my day. That'll just make me feel better whenever I feel down. I might do it 1 to 3 times a day. Um, and then try not to overdo the entertainment or the video games or movies. I'm not solely against these things. I think that they can fit in with a balanced life. I think less so now as you get older. I think you should step away from it. It's kind of childish, but those first 24 or 25 years of hardcore gaming, um, and at some point I was like, okay, I've watched enough videos, I've watched enough things, I've been inspired. There's things like Dead Space, that was cool. Cyberpunk, that was cool. Skyrim, Fallout 3 was probably the most influential one for me. I freaking loved that game when it first came out. Oh my god, the adventure, the mystery, the hardcore sort of Fallout wasteland roughness. That was so cool. Like that power armors that they made looks awesome. Uh, and try not to overdo the video games or the movies. Try to be working. If you're gonna do the less tech, the more you do it yourself. Like the more you create your own entertainment. So like playing guitar is a better entertainment or whatever. Take drugs. That's right. I recommend take drugs. I like THC and kratom. THC helps with creativity, though. Like I've been falling asleep mostly from it, so like that there's something to watch out for that. And then kratom, which makes me feel stimulated, awake. First thing in the morning, I take it, or after I wake up, shit, shower, and then I do my lifts, and then I take my kratom and it just makes my morning so much better. Like I feel awesome. It makes me feel awake and alert. And then focus on something. I journal first thing in the morning for 20 minutes to an hour. Sort of just whatever you're doing. It could be reading. It can be knitting. Solving a puzzle. Whatever. Like practice your focus. It's like oh, meditation's one of the best ones, of course. So you can either focus on your breath or you can focus on your forehead right here, the sensation of your third eye or whatever. And there's also another thing. If you stare at something, you pick a spot and you stare at it, and like you don't. It's for like 60 seconds. Don't blink or more, and that also trains your focus. You can also stand on one leg and just stand there on one leg, and that also trains your focus. And one of the best things for ADHD, if you have problem focusing, is just clean your room. When your brain spends a lot of time blocking out the mess, it takes effort and cognition, and so you want to keep your room clean. But oftentimes, that's like the best thing that will improve people's ADHD. It's important to reflect and think. So it's important to work on your thoughts and self awareness. So this can be meditation. You can just simply be doing a task and like I'm awake, I'm aware that I'm alive, I'm a human being. It's crazy. Like sometimes do you ever just like think about the astronomical likelihood that you wouldn't exist and how unlikely it is? And it's just like literally my dad could have just like sneezed and it's like it's Jimmy Bobby Bobby Millway and like Jimmy Bobby Millway. It's just like anyways, he's a fat loser gamer probably. Um, I'm so lucky that I learned that I could run. When I was 17, I started running, and I was so proud of it. Like I was showing off on social media, and I talked. I think sometimes I talked about it in school, and like I don't. Yeah, yeah, I brag about it or whatever. Vaguely I remember that. So it's important to reflect, take time to think about yourself. It's like sitting down and meditating is very useful. You can just sit there and you can listen to your thoughts, and you can learn how to control your thoughts better over time. And it also has all these sorts of cognitive benefits, your well-being. You're not going to get Alzheimer's or something like that, more likely. Whatever. Start a social media business. So being a creator or being in a tech job is going to be the best ways of survival, and jobs will eventually get taken over by AI and robots. And then just in general, it's like it's beneficial for you to create, but like again, I encourage you start a channel. It's the easiest way to start a business. I know I'm not really successful financially in any sort of way, but just trust me. Like other YouTubers that are better than me, it's like you should start a social media business to keep yourself to survive the robot apocalypse. And then also it's just generally like really great to teach. You learn a lot while teaching other people. It's good for your mental well-being. It's good to have a community and have a following, and like to be able to communicate to people. It's one of your duties. You're responsible for your well-being, well-being of the planet, and so like you should contribute to the conversations that are going on. Try to be creative and speak the truth. So I guess that's kind of a silly thing to put those two together, but creative. You want to be creative. You want to play guitar. You want to paint. You want to do a skit. Be a comedian. Well, like draw, writing, whatever. Like writing stories or novels or a kid's book or whatever. Like do something every single day. It's like you should have like this stack of like paintings and songs and just like things that you've created, and then also skills, being able to creatively skill, like eventually you'll be able to draw whatever you want if you practice drawing now. And that's like if you have an awesome mind like me. I have the greatest taste on the planet, and I'm going to change the world with my creative endeavors. Once I get my own company and I'm like creating all these things, like I'm going to blow everyone out of the water. You just watch me. And so you'll learn through teaching also. It's a wonderful thing that we have the internet and can share information instantly. Being able to speak the truth and help people understand reality is so important. So speak the truth, no superstitions, be a scientist, understand reality. Yeah, sure, maybe God could exist and there's some advanced being that could peer through reality from one point later farther in the universe out to us, but for the most part, I think either way, be virtuous, be good. Life is about being good, and you're living life better. Even to some degree, that's like if there's some choice that you have to make that's bad, you might need to kill yourself. But as a man, you should be living a hard life. You should not rely on happiness. So, men, I suppose this applies to the new age of feminist, more masculine women, but you should be living a difficult life. Sure, it's wonderful if it happens, if happiness comes along. Be happy about this or that and have some sense and enjoy it. It's a blessing, but one shouldn't chase happiness. One should chase results and mental toughness. You should chase advancement, progression, getting something done. Even if you feel like shit, getting it done. It's like, oh, it's important. I need to do this. Oh, you shouldn't feel like shit unless you're locked in a prison because, like, you should be working out or you should be taking drugs, like I recommend. I recommend kratom and THC and Quilbry. Quilbry, there's 5 and Adderall. I don't really like 5 and Adderall as much because it leads to a drop. It's like, oh, I feel like shit later. Meanwhile, with Quilbry, it's this acetylcholine uptaker, so like focus chemicals and not dopamine directly. So it does raise dopamine a bit, but like not directly, so it doesn't lead to as much of a crash later. Um, so yeah, as men are supposed to carry a great weight uphill. Peak to peak, push the rock uphill. So sort of like Sisyphus, except you're just going instead of one peak, you're just restarting. You're pushing it, then you push the rock down the hill, and then you walk down there, and then you push it up the next hill. And that's the sort how I sort of see it as. It's like every day you wake up, you gotta push the boulder, and then it's gonna fall down, and then tomorrow you have another boulder, and then another boulder, and yeah. Resilient men become the victor. You should and try again over years, months. Get better at speaking and creating, uh, having an intellect. You should try over and over and over. Sometimes, yeah, of course, you got to course correct. You've learned something. Oh, I'm not supposed. I was doing it fucked up last time. Actually, I need to change my direction. Um, but resilience, like you need to get up over and over again. It's gonna suck, bro. Like there's gonna be some days that are like blah, you're just gonna want to give up. You're just gonna want to give in, and you're gonna like fap or whatever your goal is. Like, oh, I don't want to fap. I don't really think there's really all too much wrong with fapping. I don't know. I don't know. I try not to they do it all too much, but like at the same time, it's like, what's wrong with it? I don't really know. I think it depends on the content of the sexuality. Like, how are you? Are you fucked up? Or are you like, I'm thinking of rape while I masturbate? And it's like, oh, okay, so maybe that's not good. Maybe there's something like they say you're not your thoughts. It's like, someone who indulges in stuff that's like perverted and destructive and horrible, like how much are they like affected by that? Well, how much of that? At what point are you just saturated in rape? That thoughts of rape that you just like that you've actually crossed the threshold of doing an action, and that action determines to some degree what kind of person you are. Anyways, that's just 80% of the internet is like porn traffic. So it's like there's a couple of people, there's enough people in the world on the planet that are actually like quite like that. One should be attentive to the worship of the Lord. Who knows if he's really alive? But to be pious and worship, loving thy neighbor. So like from Christianity, you love your neighbor, keeping faith in the intrinsic goodness of life, trusting that there's something about reality that is good, even through its tragedy and all the terribleness that can happen. And so like either way, like if you pray, there's scientific evidence that it has some benefit for your cognition, for your well-being. Just I recommend just like take time before you eat, pray for your food. Sometimes just sit there and pray for your friends. Like you got a catalog of people in your head, just flip through. Maybe do you know like there's love and kindness meditation. And so, like, you think of it, someone you love, like a family member, someone you don't know and is stranger and you're neutral towards, and then someone who's like terrible and you hate them. And so you can kind of practice something like that. That seems to help. This is 13 minutes. I guess this is just for YouTube. How disappointing. TikTok. No, I can split into. I can split into two parts. Um, uh, Okay, so we can shoot for heaven on earth. Everything's interconnected. My actions or my absence can lead to heaven or hell. We have a duty to protect and attend to the world. Everything is liable to go this way or that. They can be good, they can be bad. Heaven on earth is like treating each other well, having technological advances, ball scratchers, dick scratchers. Yeah, dick scratchers. That's who's gonna make a dick scratcher. I guess I am a dick scratcher. Tyler Millway, Saint Dick Scratcher. Um, Okay, so we should reflect from God. Let's see. I think drugs like marijuana, mushrooms, LSD can lead to a greater connection with God. So, like taking these drugs can really help. So maybe you smoke a joint and then you sit down and pray or whatever, and that could be a very useful thing. We should reflect God. He's a builder, so we build. He's a chemical master. We should master the material world, so we should make chemicals and buildings and learn how to manipulate physical matter for grand projects, creating awesome tech, awesome tools, building great places. 10,000 years and beyond, can humanity make it so far? Are we doomed to die out when our star explodes? There's two major objects that are going to crash into each other millions and millions of years later. The two biggest like things that we sit in, like you zoom out in the universe like a bajillion times. Can we escape the two? Can we learn and advance technology and create faster than light travel? Can we make better life support systems? Could we create gravity in space? Is it possible that we could fill um, our solar system with space stations and then you just keep on building those and that solves the population cap for a while? Are we ethical and on the same page? What's the best step forward for all of mankind? Everything is interconnected. If I do good, it adds to the good. Add some good. Destruction is a few choices away. We could be nuclear ourselves to nothing. We could fall into wars and famine. We could get sick from a virus. One day will a meteor land and strike us. If another space age civilization gets here first, are we going to have powerful weapons that can defend the planet? Who's going to take responsibility? You, right? Well, you'll do the best to save the world. Or are you just looking out for yourself? Can't you see the truth? Are you not grateful for the prosperous time in the USA and other free democracies? Is money all that you want, or do you want results that lead to the betterment of mankind? I'm dedicated to being a hero. I'm virtuous and kind. I want to be compassionate and a great leader. Hopefully we can build cultures that cooperate and work together to achieve things. God gave us this planet and these brains. Let's try not to waste our lives. Life is short. Keep the devil at your heels. Try not to give in to laziness and malevolence and its short-term rewards. Put off your gratification, be ambitious, be ethical and virtuous, teach each other well. Give a big hug to your loved ones. They're all going to die one day. Cherish them while you can. Fight for them when you must. Being better requires sacrifice. Start now, plant seeds, and in a few weeks, months, and years, you'll see results. Are you kind to yourself? Are you kind to others? Sure, sometimes you should hate yourself and be harsh, but generally you should, as a human being, know that you are valuable and worthy of love. Make the best of things. Discipline yourself. Feelings are unstable as a way to base your want forward. Sometimes feelings are good to be listened to and followed, but generally a day-to-day grind requires you to push aside your feelings and get it done anyways. Rise up and take your place. Focus on that what's in your control. What's the ultimate responsibility that you can uphold? Expose yourself to stress with things like running, lifting, steam room sauna, and cold exposure. Place your wants in the right place, then you'll be elevated. So yeah, reach the right thoughts and you'll be holy.